thank you and good afternoon. I hope you enjoyed your lunch. Um, that was a tune, an original composition entitled The Folks. It's a song that I wrote for my parents. When we think of our parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, tanties, nenens, there are always great memories that come to mind. I would like you to think about something. How was it that your grandparents, parents, aunties were able to give you medicine? Medicine that tasted bad. Think about that for a second. I'll tell you a story. When I was growing up in Trinidad, my sister and I would spend every summer in San Fernando at my grandparents' house. And every morning, every single morning, we had to line up with all of our cousins to take a spoonful of cod liver oil. My grandmother knew that it was good for us, and she also knew that it was horrible in taste. So, right next to Granny, who was holding the spoon, right next to Granny was Grandpa with half of an orange. That orange was our savior. You had to pass Granny and take the cod liver oil to get the orange. That orange was the sweetener. It softened the blur. What I didn't know then was that simple practice of my grandparents 20 years ago would shape my approach to musical composition. Just like that antibiotic, that huge pill that you couldn't swallow, and your parents crushed it up, put it in some juice, some sorrel, whichever beverage was your favorite. We as composers try to do the same thing. Let's get back to The Folks, the tune we just played. The primary idea for The Folks, the pill, the cod liver oil, is this 12-tone bass line. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, gentlemen. Does that seem very singable? Can y'all sing that back to me right now? Yeah, 12-tone harmony, 12-tone rows are some of the most difficult things to repeat. So, if we were talk, that would be the pill. That would be a pill without juice. That would be the cod liver oil without any orange to suck after. That is the raw musical idea. We take it like food now. Let's think about it like food. Let's think of a dish, the famous dish in Trinidad and Tobago, pilau. We all know it well. That would be the raw chicken. It is nourishing when cooked. But when raw, how many people like raw chicken? Anybody? Okay, how many vegetarians like uncooked rice? Anybody? Okay, cool. So we're on the same page. So now, what do we need? Let's make a pilau. Let us make a pilau, a musical pilau. Here we go. What do you need to make a pilau? First thing you need is heat in the pot. The heat in music is human energy. Without human energy, music is lifeless. Let's turn the pot on. 1, 2, tick, 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 tick. So now our pot is on. We have some heat, and we put the browning into sizzle. Next thing we do is we put the seasoned chicken in the pot. 1. Same 12-tone bass line, a little easier to hit. Little bit. So now our chicken is cooking. The next thing we add is some water to boil with some coconut milk. Starting to feel a little bit easier, but the chicken is still there. Chicken is still our main focus. Then we add our rice and peas. And lastly, we add a little piece of pepper. Thank you. And just like after a good pilau on a Sunday afternoon, we took a nap. Just like in pilau, there are essential elements to good music. Worldwide, there are many different names and versions of a one-pot dish. In New Orleans, you have gumbo and jambalaya. In Spain and Latin America, you have dishes like paella, arroz con pollo. But the formula stays true. There's a nourishing element as well as a tasty flavor, normally made up of many different textures. Now, let's get a new raw piece of meat. A new raw piece of meat. Let's get a new dish going. We have a volunteer. Any volunteers in the house? Sir, would you please join us on stage? Sir, if you would please. And your name? Nigel. Nice to meet you. How are you doing, man? Good to meet you. If you would please, sir, we would like for you to pick 4 notes at the piano. 4 notes that are within 1 octave. So let's say between here and here. Any 4. Those are 3 notes. Those are 4 notes. Thank you very much. Let's give Nigel a round of applause. So, those 4 notes are our raw piece of meat. That's our cod liver oil. That is our antibiotic that we're about to crush up into sugar. Gentlemen. Okay. Boom, 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 beep. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's give it up for Nigel. We are here to connect. The way that we connect as a band is based on our ability to listen. A band is a family. We support each other, even when taking the craziest of risks. On the bandstand, we stay true to our service to the music. If something does not serve the music, we won't do it, no matter what may be in the backs of our heads. Can you imagine if companies, boards, and governments were to operate like a band? We would have a lot less problems in the world. We have a serious crime problem right here now. I personally see it as misused energy. I was a troublemaker in school, ask any of my teachers. And by trouble, I mean trouble. Not joke trouble, real trouble. And for no reason. I had no focus. I got a trumpet when I was 10 years old. It became my focus. Just like that, trouble did not appeal to me anymore. I had fallen in love with the art of making sounds, and it saved my life. One thing I would like you to take away from our presentation today is this. Commit yourself to supporting the arts in your community and make sure that young people are involved on all fronts. Just like heat for a pilau, we need more energy dedicated to the arts. You've been listening to Mr. Victor Gould at the piano. Victor is from Los Angeles, California. From Guadeloupe, Mr. Jacques Schwartzbart. From Motown, Morristown, New Jersey, Mr. Alex Wentz at the guitar. At the bass guitar from Houston, Texas, Mr. Bernice Travis II. At the drums from Lake Charles, Louisiana, Mr. John Davis. At percussion from St. James in Trinidad, Mr. David Achi. My name is Etienne Charles. Thank you so very much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.